Chisnall, and some sensational darts being played. MVG Michael van Gerwen up against Steve Beaton coming up. We have Peter Wright, the world number 4, against the 2-time world champion Adrian Lewis, and Martin Adams up against Kim Huybrechts as an appetising final match of the last 16 tonight. Great stuff to get us underway here. Smith averaging 111, Chisnall 108.3, and it's a 3-2 game with every leg going with the throw. Top scoring, 59. Great finishing, and all round an opening 5 legs, where let's hope we get a similar session of 5 legs now, John Part.
Yeah, you'd have to be greedy to think you would, but it could happen, and I think that the thing of is holding the throw, that may continue. I don't know about the overall averages, but I think that it's going to be very tough to break. That will continue, I mean.
No wonder the crowd are loving this. Fantastic atmosphere for the first game of the night here in Wolves Civic. They do arrive early and wait to make their way into the Civic here, which is very close by the city centre of Wolverhampton. Hugely popular event. Chisnall looking good to hold his throw, unless Smith can put some pressure on here. 5 180s now for Michael Smith. And suddenly Chizzy has to take this out, needs the ball for a 170! What a match we've got on our hands! Wow!
Yeah, and well, let's reel it back in turn. What about the 1-3-2, third dart, treble 20 to set up the 170? Smith hits the 180 to pressure, and then he takes it out. I mean, just brilliant darts all around, and the 9 darts there, leading into the end of the leg from both players.
All 19 legs, maybe? Go the distance. 100. It's looking like it.
That's what's being dealt out.
There's got to be a break along the way sooner or later, surely. 100.
And they're both thinking that exact thought. They really are. They've got to get that break. It's going to be huge now. They know that. They're feeling it more than we are. But also, they're feeling the fact that it's all the more important to hold on throw as well. So the back and forth nature of the game really comes into full effect.
Well, reaching the quarterfinals last year was a major milestone for Michael Smith. Can he do it again this time around? Head-to-head between him and Chizzy is in Chizzy's favour by a couple in 10 meetings.
41, Michael 146.
But before tonight, this man had hit 4 180s in his 3 group games. He's already hit 5 in this last 16 showdown with Chizzy. If there's one surprise, it's only that this fella's just hit the 180, John. That's the one surprise about it.
Well, I think he's okay with finishing as well as he has. 3 for 3 on doubles. Can't do any better.
Smith's been averaging 50% throughout the tournament at the finish. Needs the ball here.
37.
And after a 170 out, well, 164 looks quite doable. You know, yeah, it's still hard, but he's going to go for 2 treble 19s. He's got 1 of them. Oh, the ball!
115.
It was an excellent attempt until that last dart just slipped.
Double 10 now.
29.
Well, here's a chance for a break and throw, and it's Dave Chisnall stepping forward.
Yeah, that effort was a little hurried. I know he's a quick player, but even for him, that was a bit hurried, and he might regret it now. Chizzy calmly and in his own time goes at tops for the break.
29. Michael 20.
And all of a sudden that perfect finishing is halved. Double 10, decent marker. Now double 5, there's pressure on this one. Oh, and he handles the pressure brilliantly. A wry smile from Chizzy. He knows he had plenty of chances there, wasn't able to see it through. So we're still with throw. 4-3. Michael Smith leads in a race to 10.
Well, after almost hitting the 164 with the 19s, Dave decided to go down and hit the 19s again after a 1 on the first start, up at the 20s. He did so very well. Yes, it's becoming more and more obvious he's having trouble with the treble 20s or the 180s or something. He's not quite entirely. I mean, he hits big scores still, but not like Smith's doing.
They're both still averaging over a ton. 102 for Smith, 103 for Chizzy. Great first start. Can't follow it up. He'll take the 140. That'll do him nicely at this stage of the leg. Well, he could have put more pressure on Chizzy there. He's still sat on a finish, but Chizzy would have been under more pressure. He's going to go for double 18 here. Oh, brilliant, 106 finish. Levels it up 4 apiece. Good work, Dave Chisnall.
Yeah, 2 ton-plus finishes now.
140.
We did say in the first session there that was the only thing the game was lacking, but really it's what you leave. They're just taking what you leave sort of thing. It's not because they're missing at any particular level.
4 apiece. Beautifully poised.
91.
Nice switch for the treble 17. Can't afford not to hit a treble in one of your 3 darts the way these are going, because you know your opponent will punish you.
140.
Chisnall with a ton 40 there.
Yeah, a 60 these days is like hitting a 26 30 years ago.
100.
Chizzy has a chance to really pressurise now. Is he going to switch down the board?
97.
That's a big treble 19 for Chisnall.
170.
Still should have been in a better position to put pressure on Smith. Another one of those that do him nicely. Great darts.
129.
Likely to go 19s. So treble 20 for Bull. Yeah, he's disappointed he didn't get the crack to the Bull again. Why wouldn't he be? Hit the 170, so it's double 18 to hold. Double 9. Great third dart for Michael Smith. Really keeping his composure. Didn't rush that time at all.
He's got a lot of bottle, Michael Smith. The times that he's just had 1 dart left at the double with Chisnall waiting to pounce. But he's proved he's equal to the challenge.
140.
And a nicely timed ton 40. 5-4. Still going with throw. Now,
41.
no treble. Can Smith hit another ton 40 here? He's hit 10 of them in the game so far. He's off and running nicely, very nicely indeed.
140.
Right on cue.
Yeah, that's the perfect pace for the 11 or 12 dart leg, is to just hit 140s. You're in business. You don't need 180s.
80.
Smith the clear favourite from here for this leg, and a break of throw to go into the break 6-4. Brilliant. 6 180s to Chisnall's 1.
You might not need 180s, but why not?
96. Michael McGrath 41.
For a first break of throw, and to head into a break 6-4 up. Tops now. He's going to be back anyway, Michael Smith.
Yeah, well, Chizzy, you know he can keep the pressure on. Maybe he lost focus on thinking about whether he'd go for the 180 or not. Who knows? Sometimes you can do that to yourself. It's double 10 though, double 5. And it's the first break of the match. And Dave Chisnall left looking a little dumbstruck as Michael Smith is now ahead 6-4. First to 10. So it's a bit of a worrisome time for Dave Chisnall as he leaves the stage. Join us when we return.